Okay, today we have the snipers delight, so we're training for the Finnish Sniper Championship of 2024. In the sniper team, we have a shooter, spotter behind the camera, and a patrolman. And this is how we train for the competition. Taking part in military sniper competitions is a three-man game. The shooter carries the most effective weapon of the team, the G38 Labu Magnum. The spotter has a 6.5 Creedmoor AR-10 and a spotting scope, and he's primarily responsible for calling the shots of the shooter. The third guy, in this case me, is the officer who takes notes and carries a backpack. We first competed with this team in 2011 and know each other pretty well. There is little to train at this level when it comes to shooting itself, but more important is the fine-tuning the whole team to adapt to the upcoming match. The Finnish Sniper Championship, the Häyhä competition, is world known for its gruesome nature. The annual competition usually spans from Friday evening to Sunday noon, and usually the weekend contains a lot of miles to march, a plethora of targets to shoot at, and demanding puzzle-like tasks, but not much sleep. The theme of this year's competition is shooting in the dark and vehicle techniques. Therefore, the scope of our training is preparing for the night. The equipment of the team plays a vital part in success. Some of the gear we have are quite high-tech, like ballistic computers, night vision devices or laser rangefinders. But we also have some pretty rudimentary stuff like compasses, binoculars and printed out ballistic charts. Off-the-shelf gear is seldom enough to secure the place in the podium, so some custom work is always in order, whatever it takes. Of course, the event in question is a shooting competition, so we train on all kind of weapon platforms like the bolt-action TRG, the self-loading 308 and also the AR-15. And a Glock. You always have to have at least one Glock wherever you go. Since the stages are set in the field, we have to train various shooting stances. The typical and optimal stance is the prone, where the rifle is supported in the front with the bipod and at the rear with the beanbag. When it is possible to shoot from prone, it is usually wise because the stance is stable and the shooter presents a relatively small silhouette. When foliage, terrain or other factors permit from shooting prone, the next best thing is usually some kind of low stance utilizing a tripod or other support. The rifle tends to jump when supporting the forend to a waist height, so it is reasonable to stabilize the gun by placing the support hand over the handguard of the tripod. If you are shooting at the target from a position inside a building, the height of the shooting ports, usually windows, force you to use high tripod. You can gain additional support by attaching the sling of the rifle to your belt and tightening it down, while holding the tripod with your support hand. Sometimes there is only a low opening from where to shoot at, so you have to have the weapon as low to the ground as possible. It helps to cant the rifle sideways. Of course, this will affect the point of impact, so it is smart to sort these things out before the first time you actually need it. When the night falls, the world turns green. Unlike cats and carrot-munching British World War II fighter pilots, we can't see in the dark. So we have to use night vision devices in tandem with our daytime optics. Even with the best clip-on devices money or personal relations can buy, there might be a shift in point of impact compared to just the scope, so additional zeroing in is in place. The night we chose for our training was really hot one, a true tropical night, which is rare in Finland. Now me and our spotter, we used to kick rocks and gaze at the African sky in our previous lives. The darkness, the heat, the smell of gunpowder and sand, and the buzzing of the grasshoppers made a shooting range in Finnish military island feel like a place from the past. This was a good training event. And that was our training. Of course, we're not telling you everything. We snipers, we have trade secrets.